about joining Kerala now, because 3 years after the hijab row that cast its shadows on Karnataka's classrooms, now it is chapter 2 of the debate over uniform and identity that has now reignited in Kerala this time. But unlike Karnataka, there was a flashpoint where the government-run pre-university college, the fresh controversy that erupted now in a Christian-run private institution. Now at the St. Rita's Public School in Kochi, a class 8 student walked in wearing a hijab over a uniform. However, she was stopped at the gate. The school, that is run by a Catholic congregation, said that there is a strict dress code and made it clear that no deviations would be allowed. The teachers say that they only enforce the school uniform policy, but the student alleges that she was forced to remove her hijab, that claiming that she was left humiliated and traumatized. So then what followed next turned the classroom disagreement into a full-blown law and order situation. The school was forced to shut down for 2 days. The management had to approach the Kerala High Court seeking police protection, all because they chose to stick by the rule book. Now here's how it escalated. The students' parents that arrived at the school to protest this restriction, but according to the school, they didn't come alone. Members of the radical outfit, the SDPI, allegedly accompanied them, and the school claims that the group intimidated the teachers, created panic and issued threats, all of them in the name of defending religious rights.
Threaten ചെയ്തെന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ എന്തായിരുന്നു അവരെന്തായിരുന്നു പറയുന്നത്? കുട്ടീനെ ഹിജാബ് ഇടാൻ സമ്മതിക്കണം എന്തായിരുന്നു എക്സാക്ട്ലി എന്തൊക്കെയാ?
അവർക്ക് ഈ വേഷത്തിൽ ഇതിനകത്തിരുത്തി പഠിപ്പിക്കണം, മറ്റു കുട്ടികളുടെ ഇടയിൽ ഇരുത്തി പഠിപ്പിക്കണം എന്നാണ് പറഞ്ഞത്. ഇപ്പൊ 4 മാസക്കാലമായിട്ട് ഈ കുട്ടി ഇവിടെ പഠിക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. 4 മാസമായിട്ടുള്ള കുട്ടി, അതായത് 2025-26 കാലഘട്ടത്തിൽ ഈ കുട്ടി ഇവിടെ നമ്മുടെ ഇവിടെ വന്നിട്ട് അഡ്മിഷൻ കൊടുക്കുകയും അന്ന് റൂൾസ് ആൻഡ് റെഗുലേഷൻ ഞങ്ങൾ കൃത്യമായിട്ട് മലയാളത്തിൽ വായിച്ച് കേൾപ്പിക്കുകയും പറഞ്ഞ് മനസ്സിലാക്കുകയൊക്കെ ചെയ്തു വിട്ടതാണ്. എന്നാൽ പെട്ടെന്നൊരു ദിവസം പിന്നീടുണ്ടായ വിഷയങ്ങളാണ് ഇപ്പം ഞാൻ നമ്മളോട് ഷെയർ ചെയ്തത്. നിർബന്ധ ബുദ്ധിയോടുകൂടി ഞാൻ ഇതിട്ടേ പഠിക്കൂ എന്ന് പറയുകയും പാരന്റ്സിനെ വിളിച്ചു വരുത്തുകയും പാരന്റ്സുമായിട്ട് ഞങ്ങൾ കമ്മ്യൂണിക്കേഷൻ ചെയ്തതും ആദ്യം അവർ അഗ്രി ചെയ്ത് പോയതാണ്.
Now, as the school is set to resume today, what is now being said in this latest update, the head staff controversy that happened in this Kerala school. Now, the school has called for an urgent PTA meeting, and accordingly, when it comes to the school authority and the parents are expected to meet, especially when it comes to this development that has now happened for 2 days that the school was shut. But now what we are getting to know that the school authorities and the parents have called in for a key meeting with the PTA executive meeting that is expected to happen around 4 p.m. Now the girl at the center of the row is expected to skip school, and apparently she is unwell. Arpita, what are we learning? The school has it resumed today, and where is the student?
Well, Amita, yes, students have started coming. The school is resuming today after 2 days of holidays. You can see police deployed here because the High Court had ordered police protection. Now, what we are learning is that this particular student, she's unwell and therefore she's unlikely to attend school today. And on the other hand, today at 11 a.m., the student's parents and school authorities will be holding a meet to discuss further course of action. Even though yesterday there was an informal meeting that was held between the MP, Hivy Eden parents and school authorities. Yesterday the principal was not here in school, therefore they couldn't talk to the principal yesterday. So there was an informal meeting that was held yesterday, after which the parent had clearly said that they are okay sending their daughter without wearing hijab. They will follow the dress code is what the parent had confirmed yesterday. But what we are learning is that today, because she is unwell, she won't be attending the school. But at 11 a.m. the meeting will be held between school authorities and parents, and at around 4 p.m. PTA executive meeting, that is Parent Teachers Association meeting, will be held today at 4 p.m. is what we are being said. So we need to see if the student will be coming today, because unlikely she's unwell. So
but there is a lot of police presence that we can see as far as this private school is now concerned, where Arpita is reporting from. However, the student hasn't made it to school yet, citing that she is unwell. But what we are told that this PTA, this parent-teacher meeting is executive meeting has happened will happen at around 4 p.m. later today. Please keep an eye out on the developments, Arpita, because as far as the state government is concerned, we'll put out their point of view. Now, the Gender Education Minister has responded to the hijab row at the St. Rita's Public School. In a Facebook post, the minister says that the government intervened after an 8th standard student was barred from attending class just because she was wearing a headscarf. Now, an official probe found serious lapses by the school, he says, calling the move as a violation of the Right to Education Act and the student's constitutional right when it comes to practicing her religious freedom.
കേരളം പോലുള്ള ഒരു സംസ്ഥാനം വളരെ സമാധാനപരമായി ഇത്തരം കാര്യങ്ങളിൽ പോകുന്ന ഒരു സംസ്ഥാനമാണ്. ഒരു ജാതി സ്പർദ്ധയോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ മതത്തിന്റെ പേരിലുള്ള ഒരു സ്പർദ്ധയോ അത് വിദ്യാഭ്യാസത്തിലോ പിന്നെ ആരാധനയുടെ കാര്യത്തിലോ ചികിത്സയുടെ കാര്യത്തിലോ ഒന്നും ബാധിക്കാത്ത ഒരു സംസ്ഥാനമാണ് കേരളം എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. അതിന് ഘടകവിരുദ്ധമായിട്ടാണ് ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരു സമീപനം ഉണ്ടായിരിക്കുന്നത്. യൂണിഫോം വേണം. അപ്പോൾ ആ യൂണിഫോമിന്റെ കൂട്ടത്തിൽ ഈ കുട്ടിയുടെ മതവിശ്വാസത്തിന്റെ അടിസ്ഥാനത്തിൽ തട്ടം ഇടുന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ അതിന്റെ കളറിന്റെ ആണല്ലോ പ്രശ്നം വരുന്നത്, കുട്ടികൾ തമ്മിൽ വേർതിരിക്കുന്നത്. അപ്പോൾ അതിന് ആ കാര്യം നിങ്ങൾ നിശ്ചയിച്ച് ആ കുട്ടിക്ക് കൊടുക്കുന്നതിന് വേണ്ടി തയ്യാറാവണം.
So, Arpita, does it mean that the state government is already given, as far as when it comes to blaming the school for certain violations, what are the violations according to the state government, that they were following a rule book?
So the Education Department had ordered an inquiry by Deputy Director of Education. So yesterday, Deputy Director of Education had submitted a report to Minister V. Shivankutty, who is the General Education Minister in Kerala. So in that report, they have clearly mentioned that the school was giving reason that according to the rule book here in school, they had clearly told the parents that there is a rule here that hijabs or any other thing is not part of the school uniform. There is a strict school code and everybody has to follow. That is what the school authorities were saying. But now as per the report, it says that as per law, no school can deny any student wearing hijab. So the claims that the school was making that there is a rule book and hijab is not part of the school code.
Tom Badakan of the BJP on the phone. Mr. Tom Badakan, good morning, sir. What do you make as far as the rules over religion line that seems to have been taken by the state administration, saying that it is the school that actually has been violating when it comes to certain, rules, and the students' constitutional right to religious freedom is the one that was violated by the school?
The school has its minority rights. It's a minority institution. That's the first thing. Agreed that the child also has minority rights, but let me put this in proper perspective. The left government is weaponizing this issue to ensure there is vote for them during the next election. This is the same toolkit they used in Karnataka, and now they are experimenting with Kerala and to create a divide between the Muslims and the Christians. And they hope in the process they have the SDPI support, and they have already gone and threatened the school authorities. This is a matter that could have been settled with parent-teacher meeting and a meeting between the school authorities. And it should be a decision with both sides. But when the government intervenes, it is a clear indication that they are hand in glove with the STPI. Okay. This is a toolkit that is being used to ensure that there is a divide and to ensure that they can harvest the votes of a section of the minority. It won't work. People of Kerala are highly educated.
As you rightly said, both are run as far as when it comes to the minority-run institution and the student also coming in from the minority community there. Thank you very much, Mr. Tom Badakan, for joining us here on the broadcast.